Hey everyone, welcome to Digilogue Days. My name is Christina and this is the Artist Discovery Podcast. Today we are here with
Aria Lanelle.
The amazing, beautiful R&B singer-songwriter. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Cool, but yeah, I'm very excited today. We're here at Digilogue Days and we're here to discover artists, showcase talent, and we have some incredible talent here. I'm excited to just talk about kind of how you got started, your path. I mean, you've been here before, but yeah, we'd just love to get started with that. Just tell us your story. How'd you end up here with us today?
I ended up here because I was invited by a friend. He was just like, you have to come. You have to come through. I'm based in Texas.
Ooh.
So
Came from Texas?
Yes, San
wow.
Antonio, Texas.
Oh my God. Like just for this, you flew
Literally
out?
just
Oh,
for this.
whoa.
Just for this.
Okay.
This is my first year here. I came up and I was like, okay, this is so fire and everybody's so nice here. I love this.
Right, were you doing the whole thing yesterday, just going everywhere, all the panels?
Yes.
And you intend to stay today as well?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, I'll be seeing you everywhere.
Definitely.
But cool, so just tell us about kind of obviously you're promoting a project right now, but would love to just know about how you got started as an artist. Was there kind of like a moment where you were like, music is for me? Because it's kind of a big decision to, pursue it professionally, so.
Honestly, like, I come from, like, kind of a musical family. Well, not, like, professionally, but they would always sing in church and everything like that. And I grew up hearing amazing music in the home. And my mom brought home, like, a CD from, like, The Preacher's Wife. I was, like, a toddler. And, like, I heard I Believe in You and Me by Whitney Houston. And I was like, you know what? That's gonna be my job. That's gonna be, we're gonna try to do that.
Really?
And like
Wow.
ever since, I did like musical theater and choirs and went to Berkeley.
So you were a theater kid?
Yes.
Okay.
All of that.
Oh, you went to Berkeley?
Yeah, I did.
I think, tell me about that experience. What
It was
that?
cool. Like, it was art school. It puts you through the ringer. It really tests you. You really have to, like, tap in with your core self and discover yourself and your identity as an artist.
Yeah.
And fight for that. So it was
And you're surrounded.
Right.
Yeah, by artists.
It was a great testing ground for sure.
So you kind of grew up listening to music, being inspired by Whitney Houston, the greats. Who are some of your other inspirations growing up?
Honestly, one of my very first, because I produce music as well, right?
Ooh.
So my very first, I would say, production inspirations, it was two people. It's Quincy Jones, which is why I went to Berkeley, because I idolized him.
Yes.
And then also the 808s and Heartbreaks album by
of course,
Kanye,
of
right?
course,
Because
yeah.
sometimes I'll do like house music and things of that nature. And that album, like, I was like, what is this? Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
And so like ever since then, I was like, you know what? That's really fire.
And so being at Berkeley, just being surrounded by all this talent, I'm sure it was also difficult to, like you said, realize your vision and your voice as an artist.
I mean, it was difficult, but it's like I said, it's like a testing ground. So it's like being around, like iron sharpens iron. So being around that environment, it like polishes you essentially because you have to fight to become your best self.
Yeah. So during college, was that when you kind of first released your project, or just talk us through all the different projects you've been a part of, whether that's for your own artistry or for, I'm sure you're surrounded by other writers as well.
So I was like really, really scared to release music in college. Like I got started producing like a little bit late. Like, so I was like discovering all these albums late. So I discovered like 808s and Heartbreaks later than it actually came out. You know what I'm saying? And so because I grew up like really churchy, I like started listening to like secular music late, all the albums I missed out on. And so I only started really releasing music like after I graduated. Like right after I graduated, I dropped my first EP, and then I won an award, like a songwriter, the John Lennon contest, R&B division. I won that for my song "Got It Bad," which was my very first single ever. And I'm like, maybe there is a future in this. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very prestigious award, so I mean, clearly something was working. Yeah, I think it's totally like everyone has their own timelines with creating. How was that going from the first project to kind of where you are now? Because I understand that you just released a single in, was it September? Okay, and then before that?
I would say, because I'm getting ready to drop my debut album. at the top of the year, right? Like Q1, right? And so the journey, like who I was when I dropped my first EP and who I am now is so different because I took time to get back in the lab. I went to Atlanta for a little bit and lived there and was in the studios. I was vocal producing for others. I was producing tracks for others and just really living and honing like what a hit sounds like.
Yeah.
And, you know, that like really impacted the scope of this upcoming project.
Cool. So tell me about the new single, the Isolation, but also just a general brief of the upcoming project.
So, Isolation, my single, I wrote it during quarantine. It was like a little situationship type thing, and I was like irritated and frustrated. I'm like, we can't be together. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on. And so I wrote all of those frustrations. This was supposed to be for another artist because like I was doing writing and session vocals for a producer, but he was just like, yo, I don't think they can reproduce these harmonies or like sing it like you did. So I really want you like keep it like and release it for yourself. And I was like, okay. And then I dropped it and people really like it. And I was like,
the guitar, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Right. I love it's such a chill vibe, right?
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'd love to play just a little bit just to vibe out while we close out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but do you want to say kind of just for anyone that doesn't know you on our socials, just kind of plug yourself a bit? What do you want people to take away from this and from your music?
I would like for people to take away just loving art. I'm all about the art. I'm all about artistic excellence, vocal excellence, getting back to the craft, not the clout of it all. Okay. And so I can be found everywhere on socials at Aria Lanelle on my hat, you know.
Ooh,
see a little bit.
I didn't even see that.
A little bit. At Aria Lanelle on all platforms and all streaming platforms as well as Aria Lanelle.
Great. Thank you so much, Ari.
Thank you for talking to me.